have Sal the Dragon versus SpaghettiToastBook. I don't know much about Sal. I haven't watched too much of him, but I have seen SpaghettiToastBook run, and she actually just beat me in a casual race a couple hours ago, so I know she's pretty good. Um, should be a yeah, it should be a pretty interesting race. Sorry for the background noise. Caesar's having some background noise issues. Um, let's see. Looks like the runners are off in SRL, so we'll see it start up in a few seconds.
So the trick that we just saw runners do is called space jump first. It's just a dash off the side of the ship and allows them to get one item earlier than logic intends. Looks like it's an artifact this time. And we have a space jump behind our landing site.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I had to refresh my stream. It was a bit delayed.
It happens.
So, for right now, we're not going to see much route divergence. We're just going to see the runners make their way over to Hive Totem and get their first missile. Oh yeah, and they got an artifact. Cool. That must have been at Alcove, right?
Yep, that was Alcove.
Okay.
Rather unusual item in Alcove, and not particularly one that's all that helpful, but
yeah. Normally you would expect missiles, so you can check Artifact Temple right away and unlock 2 more items. So we'll see what I couldn't tell what that was on Grapple Edge. Looks like a missile in the half pipe. And not sure what that was on the vault ledge.
Looked like it was just a missile on vault ledge.
Okay. And hopefully you'll see both runners skip the Hive Mecha fight by doing a scan dash across the water without touching the bridge, because the bridge is what triggers the fight. And see a Spaghetti.
And the cutscene hitbox, or the trigger around the bridge, does extend a little bit off the bridge, but not massively.
Okay. So
because we got Morph Ball at Hive Totem, our runners are going to have to go all the way back to Talon and pick up that space jump in order, so that before they can get their first missile.
Yeah. Still a decent start either way, since Space Jump opens up pretty much most of the game, aside from beams and power bombs.
Yeah.
Oh no, and Sal triggers the fight.
And Sal, unfortunately, not quite getting the dash.
Yeah.
There is a way to exit the fight with a dash off to the left from the platform that the fight takes place on, but without Space Jump, it is a decently difficult dash, and you have a high chance of dying.
Yeah.
So Sal is just going to choose to fight the Hive Mecha instead.
Yeah, it takes about a minute or 2.
The nice thing about fighting the Hive Mecha is you never have to worry about the dash again afterwards.
Yeah. You just walk straight through across the bridge. No trouble. And Spaghetti seems to be heading down to... Yeah, back to Talon. Almost said Magmor.
That 0 E-Tank VMR.
Oh, yeah.
That definitely would go well.
Yeah. And Sal gets his Morph Ball. Unfortunately, they can't check behind Hive Mecha without missiles, so we might be seeing that on the way to Magmor once they get Varia. And Spaghetti gets her space jump.
Yep.
Very nice.
And now she's going to have to go right back to Chozo in order to get her first missile.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of a trolley start, making you backtrack twice, but the items were worth it.
Oh, I see him. I see him.
Sal making his way back to Talon to do the same thing. And now
You
we
know
can
what would be
see
really rude of the seed?
what.
If bombs were back in Talon.
Oh my god. Artifact Temple, yeah. That would be pretty rough. Although they could be in Ruined Shrine where Vanilla Morph Ball would normally be. Since Spaghetti has space jump, she can check the top item as well as the Vanilla Morph Ball item. If she finds any form of bombs on the okay.
And she's not. Oh, no,
Oh,
she is going to check the upper item.
yeah.
We know that it can't be bombs because it would be out of logic
Oh, just a missile.
unless Boost Ball is somewhere, but we just got confirmation it's just a
I was
missile.
thinking of Power Bomb expansion.
But there are still a handful of locations that can't be checked without bombs. Sal getting his space jump boots.
Oh, there it is.
Spaghetti opting not to go check the two items that she could take a look at over by Hive Totem.
Yeah, it might be better to route that in on our way to Magmore.
Just a
Sin.
missile and Ruin Fountain, which is always nice to see because you don't want something important there, especially if you don't know how to get the location without beating Flogger.
Yeah. Uh, to get that item without fighting Flogger, you would have to use some standable terrain exploits to jump over to the spider track and morph onto it and roll in there and get it.
Or you could alternatively use a just one standable spot into a dash.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Though the dash can be a little bit tricky to land where you want to because the extra speed can make you slip past the track. Oh, no, that is supers on the alcove ledge.
Oh, nice.
At least, oh, wait, that might be flamethrower. It's hard to tell in the commentary stream.
Look,
But no, it is supers.
supers. Okay, nice. So once Sal gets charge beam, he can check the tree in main plaza, which could have something important since he got super so early. There it is. I didn't see what that was underwater, but apparently it wasn't important to go enough to go for. And Spaghetti has her charge beam, but even though she doesn't have bombs, so she can't check Dynamo.
Oh, we could see bombs in the main plaza tree.
Yeah. And I also forgot to mention that you would to get the what do you call it? Ruin Fountain item with the standable terrain, you would normally need Spider Ball, or you can do the scan dash that Caesar explained. And looks like Sal's heading back to Artifact Temple to check his hints. And the artifact hints will tell you exactly which room each of the artifacts are. And reading them at some point can really help with routing.
Yeah. Though this is an unusually early route divergence
Yeah.
for a randomizer race. We usually don't see anything like this until at least the 15-minute mark.
Yeah.
Usually not until 20 or more.
Mm-hmm. And looks like Sal's going to be checking transport tunnel B first, which was also unlocked by missiles.
Spaghetti struggling a little bit with this L jump. It can be a little bit tricky because it's very easy to bump against the pillar and lose all your speed.
Yeah.
But she was able to get it.
Let's see what's under
And she
here.
is going to see what is in the tree. And it is bombs.
Ooh, nice.
So for now, Spaghetti is in a favorable position compared to Sal, though Sal is going to have the advantage of knowing what is in the artifact temple.
Yeah. And Spaghetti missing the dash, unfortunately, to skip this fight. But she can still grab the item and... Ooh, grapple.
Grapple beam.
Yeah, she could still grab the item and just space jump out. Or roll through. Because once you collect the item, it gets rid of the invisible wall in front of that morph ball tunnel. Sorry, go ahead.
That super missile only requires morph ball and missiles in logic. And now Spaghetti's gonna go see what's by Hive Totem.
Okay, and even though Sal's gonna scan his hints, he may not read them right away because some runners find it quicker to just read them while they're after they at least collect the first artifact or after they pick up a few along the way. And
Or a few beams.
yeah.
Because knowing the artifact locations that early can lead to runners focusing too much around that when doing their routing and cause them to ignore hints that logic is giving them.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Sal's reading his hints and writing them down. Quarantine monitor, not too bad so far.
So that's where that grapple is going to come in.
Yeah.
Spaghetti just doing the L jump past
tunnel.
Hive Totem. Okay, so there are 12 artifacts in the vanilla game, but for the randomizer rules, we only require the runners to get 6 artifacts because getting the whole 12 makes just about every run turn into an artifact hunt at the end of it, and just adds extra length without any real added entertainment value.
Yeah.
And just drags out the length more than is felt to be necessary.
Yeah. For the sake of time, we just decided to make it 6, and the other 6 were replaced with missiles. And it looks like Sal read the hints. I can't remember what they were offhand, but none of them were too bad. I don't remember any in mines, although there's one in Hydroaxis Tunnel, which requires gravity, which could be anywhere.
Because Hydroaxis Tunnel has one we all but require gravity, even though it's possible to do it with just boost ball. That is a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I've only heard of a few people managing to do it RTA.
Yeah.
So I severely doubt either of these runners has ever bought practice.
Yeah, I don't think I've even seen it before, to be honest.
Runners are currently high-fiving in the...
Yeah.
Did Sal check what was in the press site?
No, I don't think so. Okay, so I hope he remembers to check the tree, because if he had checked that first, he would be able to get one more item in this section of Chozo. One requires bombs and a morph ball tunnel. Oh, two require bombs actually. Although I didn't see what this item was. Probably just a missile.
Yeah, it was just a missile and morph ball tunnel. Unfortunately, Sal does not have his charge beam yet, so he won't be able to check what's in the tree for a little while.
Right.
And we have an X-ray in crash site.
Nice. And Sal getting his first D-tank.
So Spaghetti will probably go and check out what is in Group Cave.
Yeah, she has grapple and X-ray, which are both required. She won't be able to check Arbor Chamber, which is plasma locked, but something good could be in Root Caves, and logic is pointing us there.
And if something important is in Group Cave, it probably means that we'll be getting gravity suits soon.
Yes.
Because crash site is not in logic without gravity suit and space jump. And missiles, of course.
Yeah, this is a bad idea.
And Sal checking Vault. He won't be able to get the item yet, but at least he'll... Okay, just a missile. So he won't have to go back here ever again. Now he'll be making his way over to...
Ice Ruins East.
Yeah. Transport access. Hydro access tunnel.
Okay, so we still have the top one.
Okay.
Yeah, apologies, Elias. Nothing I can really do about the background noise. I don't have any right to make my roommate not be able to speak for me.
Stop getting a bit of a lag spike there. He must be playing on Dolphin.
That actually sounded like it was a frame drop based on the audio.
Oh, okay. I see that a lot on Dolphin, so just figured it might have been that.
That is a nice thing to imagine.
And Sal finally getting his charge beam. Hopefully he remembers to go straight back to the tree. Let's see what we got in Root Cave.
And it is just a missile.
Yeah, sometimes the logic will bait you in a certain direction when it's nothing. Happens about 50% of the time.
I think Sal is currently trying to figure out where bombs could.
Yeah. I mean, he just got what he needed for it, so hopefully he figures it out.
You're gonna see the missile and watery hole.
Yeah. Although he
Yes,
could
they do
still...
come access missiles, Teresa.
Yeah.
But if you were to collect every missile expansion in the game, you wouldn't have a higher amount than the default max missile count.
From what I recall, the missile count just caps at a certain amount, even though you collect more.
I believe it is 250.
Yeah.
You do get stuck at 250.
Yeah. Yeah. Although it could still count towards 100%, I guess. I don't know that for sure. Don't quote me on that. Okay, he figured it out. And Sal gets his bombs. Now he's going to be checking Ruined Shrine again for the bomb locked item on the bottom right. Looks like just a missile. Yep. And getting his grapple. And hopefully opts not to check Root Cave at the moment, since it has nothing and you can lose time.
So let's see what Zoid has for us.
And Sal going to check Ruined Gallery. The bomb locked item in the fourth ball tunnel. Let's see what it has. Just a missile. It's unfortunate. So now I imagine he's going to be heading the same way Spaghetti went. Oh no, getting trapped in the wall by the flame. I've often died to that without an E-tank. It's pretty scary. Luckily she has one.
We will most likely be seeing Sal head over to Zoid in just a moment.
Oh. Okay. Music looped slightly there, so it wasn't the best RNG, but just a missile. That's why people say avoid, some people say avoid the Zoid, because it's one of those mini bosses that rarely has anything when you check it, but does if you don't, so you might as well just check it regardless. It's a painful check to make, but worth it for the people behind.
And it is not possible for bombs to vanilla because we have a setting called no bombs in point of no return
Right.
locations.
Yeah, it's basically a soft lock protection measure. Although we can have vanilla beams in vanilla beam rooms, so they're not totally safe from soft locks, but most people know better, you know, enough to check it before walking in the room. Because you need the corresponding beam to get out of that room.
Yeah, so all three beams are visible from the door pretty easily. Though we have had instances of people mistaking an item for something different in the Ice Chapel.
Yeah. And Spaghetti getting her various suit. And we'll see if she decides to fight Flogger on her way to Magmore.
Or
Some people.
mistaking a different beam, such as Ice Beam, for a beam.
Yeah.
Like, I know that somebody did that in a casual race recently. Ice Beam was in Vanilla Wave, and they thought it was Wave, and had to reset to their most recent save.
Sounds like it might have been in Shigot's room.
Alright, so for Go Mode, you need Phazon Suit and all 3 beams, as well as your 6 artifacts. But depending on the seed, you might need other items to be able to collect all your artifacts, or all the strictly required items. No, Impact Crater can be climbed with your space jump.
Yeah. There is a trick you can do to climb up one of the walls using slope jumps and standable terrain, but it's a bit tricky to learn. It skips about half of the room. Looks like Spaghetti's headed to Magmore now.
Yeah, several items do require the mountains. So if you do NSJ, but there are more items, and there are less items than you'd think if you're thinking of those items based on less than 21 or 22% runs, because those avoid other items in order to be able to complete it at a lower percentage, and therefore adding some extra tricks and out of bound movement that you would normally need to do.
Nice try, Asder. I almost answered that.
And there's gravity.
Oh, nice. Yeah, right now, that doesn't put much in logic, or anything in logic without ice and or wave beam. They've already been to friggin' crash sites. Actually, they might have been expected to backtrack from here to friggin'... No, wait. What was in crash site?
X-ray.
X-ray. Yeah, they might have been expected to backtrack there for X-ray. And just a missile in lower dynamo. Hopefully there's nothing in upper dynamo, so we won't have to come back. Nice.
Some nice synchronized shooting thing from Spaghetti.
Sal taking a safety save. Very wise choice.
Especially if he's planning on fighting Vlogger right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Flagra can be pretty vicious when you have one or less 1 E-tank or no E-tanks. Because...
As it slashes, do, what is it, 20 damage per hit?
Yeah, as well as the
And all the
Vine.
time, the Vine does like 30 without a suit.
Ooh, yeah. Though it might do 20 with Varia. Either way, he's still kind of in danger of dying if he's not careful, so it's good that he saved. And if Flagra has any progression, this could put Sal in the lead, depending on what he finds. Such as maybe Phazon Suit or Plasma, or a ball upgrade. And he makes it over the gate. Yeah, gate skip is one of those tricky bomb jumps that require a lot of practice. Probably the easiest one out of, like, I don't know, bar skip and reverse bar skip.
Yep.
Okay, just a missile in Warrior Shrine. Looked like a missile.
It was a missile.
Okay.
And that is Boost Ball.
Okay. Yeah, let you go fast, so this definitely keeps Spaghetti in the lead.
The only way that fighting Flogger is likely to pay off for Sal at this point will be as if it has something like Spider Ball or Wave Beam.
Yeah. Actually forgot we haven't found Wave Beam yet.
Just an E-tank in the lower shoreline spot. Absolutely no idea what's in the lighthouse. Too low of a resolution in the commentary stream.
Probably see it in a minute. Artifact.
So that means that morph is required. Spider Ball.
Yeah.
And Sal has just finished his plant fight.
Meanwhile, Spaghetti making her way up to Shiga to at least check the item and see what it has. It could be Vanilla Wave Beam, but if it's not, she'll have to dip out and possibly come back later. And just a missile of Flagra. That's too bad. And unfortunately, somewhat of a time loss for Sal because the gamble didn't pay off. And he can't check early wild ghosts unless he knows the bomb jump to get up there. And it doesn't seem like he knows that. or wants to bother with it.
And if he were on Dolphin with unstable FPS, it does make the IBJ significantly harder because the timing can get thrown off.
Yeah.
And that is Vanilla Wave.
Okay.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. If it had been anything else, that would have been a soft lock if she walked further in enough for the wave door to close. So, getting his gravity suit.
Just shooting at him in anger.
Yeah. He's probably thinking that it means frigate is required or, to get phase-on suit or something like that. Which it could be. It's one of those out-of-the-way checks that most people don't want to do unless they have to.
And it seems like chat doesn't know about the well-known Echo's super missile skill, the most important trick in the game.
I didn't know about it either. Is that a real thing?
No. So Wave Beam, having both Wave Beam and Boost Ball opens up all of labs except for technically Control Tower. But it's pretty easy to be able to access the item there with a simple jump into a missile. Yes, that's what I meant by it's not a thing, Azure. Like, it's possible, but there is no conceivable reason to do it unless you're doing a low percent run. Get a good look at what was in Fundrana Canyon, but probably not anything worth grabbing. And that looks like either a missile or flamethrower in Ice Ruins West.
Looked like a missile to me. Meanwhile, Sal checking shore tunnel, just a missile.
And there is Ice Beam.
Nice.
This could be a pretty quick seed if we're able to find phase on in a reasonable amount of time. Phase on plasma.
Yeah, I think they're only, well, Spaghetti is only 2 items away from go mode, strictly to beat the final bosses, although some
Sal opting to pick up that energy tank and fiery shores.
Yeah. Other items may be required to get the final suit or beam.
The really nice thing for Spaghetti here is because Ice Beam was found before coming in here, she's going to be able to exit out the back instead of having to backtrack.
Exactly.
Nobody likes to backtrack out of labs.
Yeah. Because then if you don't have supers to fight the artist, you would have to backtrack all the way around through Magmore to the back of Magmore to get to Farfindrana.
Sal using a somewhat unusual method to get to Warrior Strength.
I only partially saw that. Looks like he sort of went the vanilla way and then
That is a
scanned
beam
out.
combo. And that's Flamethrower.
Oh, nice.
Run is valid.
Sal getting his boost ball.
He also does not seem happy about that boost ball location.
Why wouldn't he be?
Because he probably thinks he's pretty far behind right now.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, and it looks like he's choosing to leave Magmore instead of going to Pendrana.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he...
That's also possible.
Not sure what he's thinking. Trying to think, what does boost ball open up outside of Pendrana right now?
Only the item in the morph ball, or in the track in vanilla morph. I'm pretty sure you track that. I did not see what's an observatory, but oh, it is Spider-Ball. Man, this is a stacked Pendrana.
Yeah.
Spaghetti is going to attempt to do a skip here, and it's...
she misses the
She
skip.
almost made it, but then jumped too straight forward without enough height and set off the trigger.
Yeah, now she has to endure this long pirate fight, which I think is 6 in total or 8 in total.
It's too many, and it has a significant risk of blowing up the boxes that you stand on to be able to shoot down or to be able to easily shoot down.
Yeah, that's happened to me before.
The tower. Though you can always use the
Reload the room.
Yeah, reload the room, or there's some standable spots on the tower near the entrance that you can use to get an angle where you can shoot the missile location.
Yeah.
It looks like Spaghetti is just going to reload the room.
And hopefully she watches the VOD, she'll see the advice THK just gave her.
Yeah. Alternatively, you can just, if you get on top of the door, just go straight right or left to the wall, and you should also be safe.
And she gets it. Okay, and Sal's checking frigate crash site to get his X-ray, I believe. It's an out of the way but worthy check, I get. Although personally, I would have routed that in later on my way out of mines or something like that. Unless OP was required, then you would have to swing by here and get it.
And look, Spaghetti has discovered that there are halos in this game.
What's a halo?
That thing that Spaghetti just blew up.
Fair enough. Rip Edward? Nah. He doesn't deserve to rest in peace.
Elias, I didn't start the meme, so I don't have the right to stop the meme. Just a missile and research core.
Just to head straight out and check Farfandrana. And with gravity, something good could be down there, since it's in logic.
Captain Shepard, no, you want to call Isaac. Spaghetti getting a little bit low on health here. Not getting grabbed by the Hunter Metroid, which is always nice, as they do a significant amount of damage, block you out of other actions. Not certain what is in the ice, but we'll see in just a second.
Looks like a suit.
Yeah, it might be a suit.
It's gotta be Phazon.
Or it could just... Yeah, that is Phazon suit.
Nice.
I have not seen a Phendrana this stacked in a while.
Me neither. So now we have one item to go, which is plasma, and then we'll
Be in go mode.
Yeah. Aside from whatever else she may need to, well, aside from the artifacts. Do you remember if any were locked by supers or anything we don't have
I
yet?
don't believe there were. Well, we do have supers, but
Oh, that's right.
I don't think anything was locked behind them.
Okay. What about power bombs?
I do know very well, Diggle.
Quarantine monitor, life growth tunnel. So power bombs are required. Okay.
Oh yeah, so power bombs and then so power bombs and plasma are the only items we still need. Spaghetti does not know the dash to get across from here, it does not appear, but because she has grapple, it's not really an issue.
I actually didn't.
So PBs are required. Alas.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't know there was a grapple point there, and just until recently. I was pretty surprised to find that out.
It looked like that might have been a energy tank in gravity chamber. I guess Spaghetti feels like she's fine with just the two, and won't bother grabbing it.
Yeah. Not grabbing that also keeps one of the layers. I forget the room name, but if she had gotten that item, it would have put flying pirates in the room, which makes the room more annoying to traverse.
Okay, yeah, that is just a missile and ice fruit twist. Spaghetti climbing the room the intended way instead of jumping on the roof, which is reasonable because there is can be difficult to avoid getting knocked off by finger bats or whatever they're called.
Yes, flying pirates are back down too.
Sal is getting the energy tank in
Kendrana Canyon.
So we will most likely. Thermal is only required for Thermos, not Warranty Monitor. So we are going to get to see Giant Ridley if Sal goes back out this door. Yes, OP can have everything but X-ray.
Yeah, which you need to even damage OP.
And here we get to see the Giant Ridley flying across the sky.
You know, I actually heard or read somewhere that shadows are naturally supposed to be bigger the higher you are off the ground.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be that big. And also just the size of Ridley that we can see in the model is also just significantly larger when we fight at the end of the game.
Fair enough.
Elias, that's bad content. That is a brilliant idea, Nico.
Sal making his way over to his vanilla wave beam. Hopefully going to be heading into labs like Spaghetti did to get his ice beam. Meanwhile, spaghetti checking geothermal core to see what's at vanilla plasma, which could be plasma since vanilla beams are turned on in the tournament settings.
And we've already seen one being this turn or this seed.
Yeah. Looks like she's trying the bomb jump method, which I haven't seen very often, but obviously
It is slower than the other methods,
yeah,
but it is decently consistent.
yeah, just an E-tank.
Yeah, just an E-tank geothermal, or rather plasma processing. Geothermal is the word for it.
It's like Sal is using bombs to fight Shiga. I'm not sure what the difference is between using power bombs or regular bombs, aside from Shigoth dying instantly, but I think when you use a power bomb, you have to wait for Shigoth to blow its ice breath, which makes it weaker, and you're able to kill it in one hit. But I think just using regular bombs at any time does equal damage. Okay.
Spaghetti might be heading towards Lake Chozo or towards Flagro right now.
Yeah. Even though Flagra has nothing, she could check
Ghosts,
Sun
because they are
Chamber
unlogic.
Ghosts. Yes. She has supers and Spider Ball. So the logic could be pointing her there.
And bombs.
Yeah.
Door cannot be opened with that weapon.
I don't know why it does that. It might have been some door that they didn't use in the final game, and somehow the data is still there. I really don't know. If anyone in chat knows, fill us in. Be curious to know what that's about.
And Sal is about to dice me. Oh, Spaghetti is opting to check what is in
Tower of Light.
Tower of Light. Spaghetti wants to be going about this with the cutscene check instead of climbing the room. It's a little bit quicker than a perfect climb, but it is slower if there's something important up there.
Yeah. Yeah, and it just comes down to preference, however you get up there.
Yeah.
I normally check the cutscene because I'm bad at that dash.
Yeah, they can be decently tricky dashes to get used to. The biggest trick to it is as soon as you hit the wall, or right before it, you want to press L and just hold against the wall to keep from bouncing off.
Oh, okay. Never thought of that. I imagine space jumping sooner would give you more height to reach that point, right?
Yeah, it's not like an immediate second space jump, but it's decently quick. Spaghetti gonna check what's in magma pool, training chamber access, and chamber.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, go ahead.
Sal is going to get his flamethrower, his most important item.
Nice. Yeah,
He's
THK.
just staring at it.
Yeah, THK just mentioned the blood flowers have a 5th damage type programmed into them that doors aren't weak to. So basically, it's the blood flower shooting its poison at the door, and that's the weapon that can't be opened. That can't open that door. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Spaghetti X-rayed it when she originally jumped over. And she is not opting to fight Flautera at this moment. Looks like she's going to see what is in Upper Dining Room.
And looks like Sal's opting to do the observatory puzzle because alternatively you can do a scan dash to reach the higher platform, which is another tricky one to learn. Takes a lot of practice.
And Sal is also not the most comfortable with dashes.
Yeah.
I remember that from the race I did against him.
Right, I have to watch that.
Ghost, I'm pretty sure it was Sal. Who was uncomfortable with it. As it stands right now, barring any unexpected item finds from Sal, this is Spaghetti's race to lose.
Yeah, and she still only has 2 E-tanks, so it is possible for her to have an unfortunate death or something like that.
Looks like just a missile in upper furnace.
Let's see if Sal can skip the pirate fight in control tower. And he gets it.
And Plasma Beam is in crossfire.
Oh, nice.
Typically not quite getting the jump into the slot.
And now she gets it.
The really nice thing about getting Plasma there is that she will not have to come back to Joseph Bowling.
Yeah, she can check all those items and possibly do bar skip and go to mines and see if there's, well, actually, she may not need to.
And because she has super missiles, ghosts are not nearly as much of an issue as they are otherwise.
Yeah.
Super missiles and X-ray.
Yeah. Takes one
Sal
super missile and
discovering
one
a
charge
Samus.
shot.
And killing Edward.
As he should.
It appears that Sal is planning on going for that E. Not quite hitting a standable spot there. I've always found that standable spot a bit finicky, so I choose to land a little bit past it, and then just walk along the morph track until you're able to morph, or until you get to the item, and then just morph and grab it.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
It's a little bit slower, but significantly more consistent, at least for me.
Same. And Sal making his way out of labs to get his Phazon suit in Frost Cave. I'm sure he's gonna be very happy to find that.
Just a missile behind Ice Bowling. Sal is going to get his Phazon suit. And now we'll get to see what is under the bowling chozo.
Main power bombs.
Wow.
So I don't think that really opens up much. I mean, she's in go mode. All she needs, it opens up one artifact, I think.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's a quality of life item for the essence fight.
Yeah. Other than go mode, it's not that useful.
Yeah.
Oh, and Spaghetti getting a third energy tank. It's possible Spaghetti will look around for thermal as she goes to pick up her remaining 5 artifacts.
Yeah. Which speeds up the essence fight significantly.
Yes. Luckily, even if you don't have any visors, it's pretty easy to not die to essence, provided you know about this one route that you can stand on where none of the essence's attacks can hit you except for the roar. Unfortunately, you are all about to have to project
To the worst room in the game. Life Grove Tunnel.
the easiest sequence break in the game. Oh, forgot to count the quarantine monitor artifact from earlier. And Spaghetti has entered the worst room in the game, Life Grove Tunnel. Thermal is not required for anything realistically, but it does speed up some things, and yeah, that's basically it. Thermal is also somewhat nice for Thardus and for Frigate forwards. And there is a PB expansion left.
Now Spaghetti's going to do a R jump to skip the Chozo Ghost fight that you would normally have to do to get out of Life Grove.
And Spaghetti, once again, not getting Life Grove tunneled.
Tunneled. And now we're gonna see bar skip.
This is a decently tricky DBJ, in that a perfect DBJ is not what you want. You want a slightly suboptimal one so you don't hit the ceiling. You manage to get at just the right height to land in a little area between the bars, right next to where the bars meet the wall, and then you can get through.
And she
Hey, that
makes
was like 6 strike.
very nicely done.
She'll probably pick up the artifact in the hat before heading into mines.
Good choice.
And a little bit of trouble with the underwater bomb jump. But getting it without much retries. Is there not a artifact in mind?
Not that I recall.
Oh, we're about to see. Transport access. So that's
It's far from Drana.
oh, and the other one is in Ice Ruin.
Yeah, so they're both plasma locked. And all she has to do is head back to Findrana and get them.
Yeah.
And just gonna go through mines.
Is the best way to get there.
Yeah, just gonna make a way around to main quarry and then exit through the entrance to get to Magma Workstation. And then Parfindrana's right to the left. Yeah, I agree, Diggle. It's very nice routing.
It's definitely not faster GHK. There are significantly more rooms that you have to go through, as well as an extra elevator if you go that way.
Yeah. And by the way, I misspoke earlier. I meant to say Phazon Processing Center is the room she's making her way to get to the back of Magmore. This is main
And
quarry.
it looks like Sal's stream has frozen. Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
I'm pretty sure it's still slower IGT. And this also lets Spaghetti get a few more easy checks on her way to the last items so that she can find some more E-tanks and potentially thermal.
Yeah. Takes the edge off the final few boss fights. Sal finding the E-tank, and now he's going to be heading into mines, presumably. Although he still doesn't have plasma, so he's going to have to... I can't remember where plasma was. Do you remember?
Plasma is in Crossway.
Crossway. Yeah.
Which is honestly just kind of...
Yeah. Actually, I was wrong. Looks like he's headed there now.
the easiest invisible platform other than the one leading to Great Church Chamber.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was there until a few months ago. Glad I found that out. Yeah, it's like he's headed to the back of Chozo. Or is he? It's like he's thinking about which way he wants to go. And he turns around. Might
Looks
not be
like he might
comfortable with
choose
it.
to climb. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it looks like he might not be comfortable with that. So, he's heading the vanilla way. Checking other
Or
stuff.
he's not.
Or not. Sal taking a safety save. Always a good choice. In case he dies.
Now the question is, how will Spaghetti choose to get to Ice Cream East? Going through labs is slow, fighting guards is slow, and going through Magmore is decently slow.
Yeah, I'm not sure which is faster.
I'm pretty sure it is going through Magmore though.
That's what I was thinking too. Just not sure.
Like, I know it's a decision that both me and made in a casual race we did recently.
Okay.
Oh, is Sal choosing to do... Oh.
Frigate.
Can't say I would agree with this choice even if I didn't have the extra knowledge for being having been able to watch Spaghetti, because without thermal visor, this isn't in logic.
Yeah, and there's still a lot he could check in Far Chozo.
And this is only 3 checks maximum.
Yeah.
Though it does allow him to not have to do bar skip.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's probably thinking he wants to do that. Do bar skip, get whatever's in late Chozo, and then head into mines if he needs to.
I sure hope we have a big one.
I hope we never will.
Actually, no, what am I saying? I want it to happen, just not to.
Exactly.
I am not staying on the ball on keeping Spaghetti's artifacts counted. And I did not see. Has Sal found anything useful in Forbidden?
He found a power bomb expansion.
No, that's something.
Yeah. I think main PBs were in Hall of the Elders.
Correct. Everyone tries to stand there and no one ever does.
Stand where I missed it.
On that rock that's
Oh,
Spaghetti
yeah.
gets boosted past.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it even is possible to stand there.
I thought of it, but I've only tried it like once or twice and didn't make it up there.
Maybe I'll look at it in Prime World Editor sometime later.
Yeah. Although THK doesn't think it is.
Sal is just about finished with his trek through Frigate.
South Stream appears to have frozen a bit.
THK, that's happened like 3 times this seed. Or not this seed, this tournament. Happened in my race, happened in one of Link's races. Actually, weren't you who Link was racing against in that race? Cell screen, that's first, but you were commentating, that's right.
Almost thought something was wrong. I had to check SRO. But he's fine.
Ah, cool. And Spaghetti is going to be getting a ship save in just a moment. It looks like she's choosing to check.
By the way, how many artifacts does she have?
She has all 6.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Oh, okay. I think I accidentally double-clicked on the 6.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Just a missile. Oof, just not quite making that jump. Sal about to get his leftover tool artifact, just barely not getting micro tunneled.
Yeah, that tunnel has a lot of edges and like uneven crevices that kind of stop Samus's momentum.
Yep.
It'd be really annoying.
Generally, if you don't, or if you leave your control stick in neutral, you shouldn't get caught and lose your momentum in Life Curve Tunnel, but it still sometimes happens.
Yeah. Spaghetti making her way over to Ridley.
So the nice thing about Ridley is that Boost Ball completely his air phase. And that as soon as he lands, if you boost into him, he happens to be weak to it, and Boost Ball does 50,000 damage a frame. And therefore means that the phase ends immediately.
Get some more synchronized shooting. Always a treat.
Spaghetti about to destroy Ridley's hopes and dreams. Goodbye, almost all of Ridley's health. Good riddance. Nobody likes Ridley. Not quite getting there. That's nice on Ridley during his dash. Unfortunately, the people who made this game made it so that when Ridley is veering back to do his dash, his hand gets in the way of his mouth. It makes it so that just staying locked on will not allow you to expose his weak point.
Yeah, so basically you have to free aim at it and aim to the side of his head, which has
To the
a
side and a little bit up.
yeah, and it has a bigger hitbox than you would think. And I believe they fixed that in later versions.
Yes, they did fix it in some later version, but they also added in a different attack to compensate for it.
Yeah, a stomp down attack.
Man, Spaghetti getting terrible Ridley RNG.
Yeah.
And bad luck with those two invincibility glitches.
Oh, I missed those.
But Ridley has died. And we will all celebrate that death. Because Spaghetti doesn't have all that many E-tanks, I anticipate that she will choose to take the safety save in the crater.
And let's see if she knows the phase encore climb, which you skip half of the room by climbing up some standable terrain on this wall to the left. Okay, she's going the normal way.
Yeah. It's also possible she's doing the smaller skip in here, which is done from this last tooth. But it doesn't appear that she is. So there's a decent chance she'll have to deal with the fission Metroids, which can be quite annoying and cause you to waste power bombs.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a second skip off of that tooth. You have to show me that sometime.
I don't remember how to do it because I never bothered learning it, but I think it's in Remy's Any Percent tutorial. Pretty sure it's one of the. It shows off a couple of methods to climb.
Oh, okay, I'll look that up.
And Sal is going to be clearing out his plasma there. So EXO has 4 phases that are split into 4 different subchambers. The first one, you can do damage with the power beam and wave beam, depending on what color EXO is. The second subchamber, you can do damage with power, wave, and ice, depending on the color that EXO is at the time. And for the last phase, for the third phase, you have all 4 beams, and for the last one, you once again have all 4 beams, but every thing that EXO does is completely random. So it can change color at any moment. It's able to.
There's also turbo mode.
Yeah, it's able to do turbo mode, where it speeds up everything that it does and attacks everything. And it can also choose to charge randomly
Or do multiple attacks, like grapple you while it shoots 2 energy balls at you.
yeah, or change colors back to back to back.
Yeah.
Over a couple frames.
Yeah, it can be really chaotic.
Sal, unfortunately, not getting the AI manipulation on.
Yeah, basically you want to like sidestep out of their field of vision or line of sight as soon as possible so they don't face you before they attack you, because for some reason the elite pirates like phase on elite, regular elite,
and Spaghetti is further validating her run by using flamethrower on Metroid Prime's power phase.
Yeah. But yeah, all the elite pirates, including Omega Pirate, they all want to face you before they attack you. So if you manage to pull off the AI manip, you can kill them without getting hurt at all, and as quick as possible.
Never giving them the opportunity to attack or put up their invincibility.
Yeah.
Spaghetti is almost done with Subchamber 3. Speak of the devil. And here we get to potentially very bad content part of it.
So far, she's holding her own.
Yep.
See, we've gotten turbo mode yet. Alright, now it's getting a little rough.
Even Edward's name is being forgotten now. The orb, Spaghetti. Good.
Yeah, those orbs can do a lot of damage, especially if they happen during a cutscene and manage to hit you right afterwards.
They also do a massive amount of knockback, to the point at which... Wow, that was truly game changing there. To the point at which you aren't able to attack for several seconds. But EXO has been finished off.
Yeah, looks like she missed one of those orbs. But
it looks like they either despawned
or she dodged
it. Hit her during the cutscene where you were.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like we're getting the music for Essence. Basically,
For Spaghetti.
Yeah, basically what she's doing right now is standing still and staying away from Exo's corpse in order to get Essence to drop its pull as soon as possible. And when it drops the pull, you want to do, well, she has, normally if you have both visors, you would want to do the first two pulls with attack cancels, in which you stand in the pool and shoot segmented shots. And then in the third pull, you step in and out of the pool, which is pull canceling, which prolongs the damage even longer and would ideally kill Essence. But since she's missing a visor, she's probably going to do more pull cancels just to make up for whatever lack of damage she does during an invisible phase. Although she can find Essence with a scan visor and shoot at it. But if you can't lock on, then the phase-on beam shoots very erratically and may not fully hit its target.
It even shoots erratically when you are locked.
Yeah. So it might be optimal to shoot segmented shots or do attack cancels if you can find it.
Interestingly, if you have just X-ray and combat visor, it is actually optimal to do attack cancels twice and the pull cancel last, because if you're able to do it quickly, if you're able to set off language, I can't English apparently. If you're able to kill any Metroids that's before Essence changes visors, you can just lock on to Essence again and just start attack canceling before you have to worry about Essence moving around.
Sounded a very unfortunate maze in Central Dynamo.
And Spaghetti attempting to finish off Metroid Prime and just not quite getting it.
Right. And Spaghetti finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 44 seconds.
Congratulations
GG's.
to Spaghetti.
Yeah. And she'll probably appear in chat very shortly. She doesn't normally do interviews.
Yeah.
So,
But we should be able to ask her some questions and she'll
yeah.
reply in chat.
Yeah. Did I miss any artifacts for sale?
I am honestly not sure.
Okay.
I'm sure. Hey, Spaghetti.
Hey, Spaghetti, GG.
Congrats on your win.
Yeah, what do you think about that run overall? What were the best and worst parts of it? Even though it seemed like a pretty jet seat overall. Were there any particular parts where you felt trolled by any particular item or routing requirement? Was it all smooth sailing all along? The thermal location, I forget where that was.
Well, we don't know where it is. We're about to see it though on the
Oh,
commentary
that's
screen.
right. That's right.
Elite
Whoa,
quarters.
elite
It's
quarter.
on Omega Pirate.
Wow, that's
That one person in chat called it.
yeah, 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 which makes it completely useless because nobody likes to fight Omega Pirate, at least nobody I know, to my knowledge, and
The only reason you want to fight Omega Pirate or Randomizer is if you have to pick up something in lower
yeah,
mines,
it's
like
very far out of the
anywhere
way.
in QA or later, and it's generally going to be the fastest way to leave mines if you don't have anything else you need to clear out.
Yeah, but luckily we didn't need to go that far this time.
It was a pretty loaded Findrana, this.
Yeah, yeah, I was pretty surprised by that. Your biggest routing mistake was checking Ruin Gallery in the room behind Totem too early.
Really? Too early?
So you should have gotten Varia first. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, because then you could go straight to Magmore after that.
Yeah, but you also couldn't have known that Mary wouldn't be at either of those locations, and if it had been, it would have been very bad to hold off on her any later than you did.
Yeah. Looks like Sal's making his way out of mines back to Far Findrana.
Oh yeah, you got a pretty quick bar skip. What was it, like 6th try, it seemed?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it actually inspires me to want to practice that more.
It's a really awkward bomb jump.
Yeah. Yeah, I have trouble with just keeping the morph ball in that same spot while trying to get the slightly imperfect DBJ. And I think I remember you saying, or someone saying, that you can't hold any direction until you're like at the top of the bars. That actually might have been
Until you're
Diggle.
pretty close to the top, you don't want to hold very strongly in any direction, because rubbing against the bars robs momentum.
Yeah.
And yes, you are right, Diggle. Bar skip is incredibly powerful. It's won several. It's been the deciding factor in several races, even just in this round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was you, Diggle.
And Sal might be going to check what's on the ghosts.
Or not. He could be, oh, getting stuck on the ground there. Very nice. He could be heading over. Well, actually, he might not know where he wants to go. He might be thinking this could be a faster way around to whatever's in. Wait a minute. Oh, I almost thought he forfeited.
Yeah, that jump to supers is pretty awkward. It's a decently simple L jump, but it's very easy to bump against the collision on that pillar that's in front of you. And the collision is a little bit bigger than the model, or at least it seems like it is.
Yeah, the tricky part for me has always been landing in that code, which you kind of have to turn and face the wall, which kind of helps with your vantage point to know when to push yourself in. But definitely took some practice before I got the feel for it. Gets easier the more you do it.
No idea if Sal is going to be finishing up the seed or not. No supers are marked for both of you. Supers are the ones on the far left.
Yeah. Even the trackers are confusing to look at. Color difference is so subtle.
Chicken under warrior shrine. Yes, yeah, it is a bit odd that the super missile is different than the other.
It might be because it's progression, whereas the others are just quality of life.
Yeah, and it also allows for the nice 3x7 layout.
Yeah.
With things organized into roughly similar categories. Though I'd almost say it should be charge, super, and power bombs on the left, and then bomb, space jump, grapple beam. That is also true, Spaghetti.
I forgot where Plasma was again. Was that in
Plasma is in Crossway.
Crossway? Okay.
Good old Crossway indeed.
Yeah, and that'll be his go mode. All he needs. 3 more
Then just collect
artifacts.
the remaining artifacts.
Yeah, and from here he could probably head to. Let's see. He already did Frigate, so he could probably head to Farchozo and go down Great Tree Hall to get to Hydro Access Tunnel, and then.
Well, he already got Hydro Access Tunnel.
Oh, does he have 4?
He might
Or-
have 4.
Okay. I'll just mark 4 just in case.
Yes, he did, in order to avoid doing our skip. At least that's what we assume is the reasoning for it.
Yeah. Never quite seen it done that way.
Yeah, because Sal isn't that comfortable with some of the dashes and some other advancement tech. He does know standable spots quite well.
Yeah. I didn't know about that particular animals or the second vine further past the first one.
That makes sense, Spaghetti.
Yeah, I probably would have done the same.
I would have chosen to do bar skip consistently get it in significantly less time than any other way of getting around it.
Yeah. If I were more consistent at bar skip, I would do that.
Really, most people are able to get bar skip in a smaller amount of time, but it doesn't always feel like you're making a good use of your time if it takes more than a couple minutes.
Yeah, those couple of minutes feel like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Even though it usually takes at least 5 to 10 minutes to get there for at least most people, not in all cases. Sal did do Flogger. He hasn't done the ghosts though.
Yeah. Looks like he won't need to.
We won't need to, but that doesn't mean he decide to.
I imagine he's just looking for plasma right now.
Yeah. Not even bothering to pick up that missile. Just another missile in training chamber. I noticed that a lot of people are a little bit more cautious with peeking into training chamber than they have to be. Like,
Oh, really?
you can go like a solid Samus and a part into the room before you hit the trigger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've always been too paranoid to step in too far. Usually, once I see that glow, I know what it is. Step out. No, he didn't do Flogger.
No, he did do.
Yeah, he did. He did. It was my bad.
And it seems like he's deciding whether or not to do ghosts.
Looks like he's doing it. Getting gate skip again. Second first try.
The first time.
Yeah, I thought he got it first try last time.
No, it took him a couple.
Okay. Bad memory, my bad.
One interesting thing is that in the vanilla game, you wouldn't be able to fight the ghosts by going this direction. Vines would be blocking that door that Sal just came through. So you would have to have super missiles and spider ball. And the logic still expects you to have both of those items, but still leaves this way of getting in there.
Yeah, the community seems to be split on that. On the one hand, the vine allows you to get to sun chamber faster, or without the hassle of having to have spider ball and supers, but it also removes a vine from Flogger fight that some runners use to do space jumpless Flogger.
Well, not space jumpless Flogger, but dashes during Floggerless space jump. Just put you into the exact spots that you want to be.
Okay.
And just a missile on Ghosts. Are you in favor of removing the vines or removing not having the vines?
Personally, I'm neutral. Although I would suggest maybe adding the vines back in while you're in the Flogger fight and then having them disappear
The
again
people that
afterwards.
don't like them being there are, yeah, that's pretty much all that we want.
Yeah, as long as they're there during the fight, I think it would probably please everybody.
Yeah. Otherwise, it evens the grind a little bit between runners who know how to do the early wild infinite bomb jump and those who don't. If you don't have Spider Ball, you fight Flogger.
Yeah. It's like Sal trying to do the reverse gate skip. Might not know that you can boost through there to get out. It's the same
Yeah.
infinite boost you would do in Elite Research backwards. Oh, he does know about it. Okay.
Yeah. But you can also just bomb jump to the very top of the gate and take you over.
Yeah,
Almost
normally I
every time.
get stuck when I try to do that.
Well, you want to get stuck. And then you lay the 3 bombs.
Oh, okay. I couldn't get out when I did it. Oh, that was a weird camera change.
Well, even though the requirements for being able to get into the ghost fight are changed, the logic doesn't take it into account. So it's not as big of it. It's not a massive change as far as how you have to think about how to do the randomizer.
And Sal slowly making his way over Crossway. We're checking this to get the item he's been looking for a while now. She'll be very happy / a little bit salty that it took him that long to find it.
Yeah.
Although it's understandable that, you know, it would take a while if you're not sure where it is and it's out of the way when you finally get what you need to check it.
It is definitely going to hurt that it's going to be in one of the last 4 places that he checked.
Yeah.
But that does happen sometimes. That's just how randomizers can go.
Yep.
Yes, he did do mines. He did all of mines that he was without plasma. The only other check that he hasn't done, other than these couple checks, is Thardus. Unless I'm forgetting anything. Can you think of anything that I'm forgetting off?
Not at the moment. In fact, I'm not even sure anyone fought Thardus. Did you fight Thardus, Spaghetti? I don't
No,
remember.
nobody fought Thardus.
Okay.
Nobody had to deal with the Dancer Croc. But Sal is about to find that plasma beam. His first PB was
I think it was
no, it was in labs. Or not in labs. It was in frigate.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Cargo freight lift.
To Gamma or whatever it is, like that ridiculously. And now Sal just stares at that
Yeah.
that plasma beam. As we get to see the soft pulsing of the plasma beam's core. Oh yeah, it led him to think that he could check several other locations that he was able to check, even though it wasn't in logic because thermal visor because it didn't have Thermalizer, we can fight a Mega Pirate without having Plasma Beam.
Ooh,
Not
just
quite getting the climb to Plasma first try. And missing the R jump, but with Boost Ball you're able to recover.
Although he does have super, so he can just do it the vanilla way if this takes too long.
Yeah, but you can do it this way like 5 times before you break even with the vanilla way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's just doing it vanilla. Can't really blame him.
Yeah.
It's been a long run.
Gotta respect the fact that he seems like he's planning on finishing the seed.
Yeah. And we're finally in go mode. Now all he needs is shooting to get his frustration out before he heads back to his final 2 artifacts. Unless he says, "I hate this game" in SRL chat.
Yep.
Looks like he's gonna finish.
Not sure why he's heading this way though.
Yeah, what are the remaining 2 that he needs?
There's the 2 in Kendrana.
Okay.
He already got Life Grove Tunnel.
Yeah.
I guess he could be thinking about. I guess he could be planning on going out of Overgrown Cavern and taking that direction. Because without having to take that extra elevator, it is a decently, it's a decent right decision.
Yeah, it makes sense. Missing that slot.
Same thing happened to Spaghetti.
Yeah, I think it happens to the best of us sometime.
Wait, we just go completely around it. Yeah, Life Grove Tunnel was nice to both.
Yeah, I think it trolled me in our last casual race before this a little bit. Lost my momentum a couple times. So you definitely got lucky there.
And Sal has forfeited.
Okay.
So we'll be able to get him in here in just a moment.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Sal?
Hey, Sal.
I don't know if you want me to answer that question right now.
As long as it's PG rated, you can answer.
I'll do the non-PG version later. What just happened? Why? Why Plasma Beam? Why?
Yeah.
That was Dookie.
Yeah.
Has to hurt having to be in like one of the last 3 locations in the game you hadn't checked other than service.
Yeah, see, I thought when I got Gravity Suit and Grapple Beam that it was pointing me towards Frigate Crash Site, so I go there and it's nothing. Waste all this time going through mines when I should have been smart and gone to Chozo instead.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate turn of events.
I cannot even think right now of how I can get to Fendrana for my last artifacts. I don't even know how I can get there the fastest. I'm brain dead.
Yeah, well, it looks like you were heading towards Overgrown Cavern to Talon to get there that way, but yeah, I think the only I don't know if there was any quick way to get there from there.
I also contemplated going through mines again and coming out in Magmore, right next to transport access. Then I could duck up to the other elevator, get the other ice ruins east, and then go home.
Yeah, I think that's what Spaghetti did.
Oh man, so wow. I mean, I knew I was gonna get wrecked going in, but I didn't know it was gonna be that much difference.
Yeah.
That's what happens when I'm rusty. Haven't played in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, rust is real. It's real for all of us when we have it. I can certainly relate. But at least this was a good D-Rust.
Sure. Like there were so many times I'm like, wait, I'll go this way. No, I'll go this way, and then I like stood there staring at the wall for a minute, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, some seeds will do that to you. Give you so many choices, or get overwhelmed with what you or
there's an awful lot of options.
Yeah, especially when a lot of them have nothing. And it's just
like, I like options. I just don't like too many options at the same time.
Yeah, it can throw people off.
Yeah, I should have looked at check density and gone straight to Chozo instead of mines. Like, there wasn't even anything in mines as far as I can recall.
Me neither.
Like friggin' vanilla wave beam? Like, what? The literal last place I could check, and I'm like, oh no. As soon as I, got the second last one, I was like, oh, jeez.
Yeah. You always want to keep in mind that vanilla beams are a possibility and with the tournament logic, so it's always good to at least check that as soon as possible.
Yeah, I almost went there before going to the Fendrana Canyon. I should have, because I was right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Were you scared?
So
sorry, go ahead.
What?
I was just gonna ask if you were. Sorry. I'll shut up.
I was just gonna ask where thermal was. I never. It's probably deep mines or something.
It was on Omega. Yeah, OP.
Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, those. Wow.
Yeah, I was just gonna say basically the only use for mines that seed was to route back towards Far Fendrana.
Yeah, there was nothing there but missiles and some more missiles after that.
Yeah. So, any closing thoughts from you or Spaghetti before we wrap this up?
De-rust before you race, not
Yes.
during.
Good advice. And yes, Thermal Visor loves to troll. I'll give a Spaghetti a chance to answer in chat. You agree with that advice? Yeah. Although you don't want to do it too soon before the race because you could get your seeds mixed up.
Yeah.
Mess up your routing that way. I've done that a lot.
Yeah, definitely don't do like 2 in a row.
Yeah, for sure.
Like ever. Not just for tournament, just like ever.
Well, the ever part is a hard rule to follow because, you know, lots of people do multiple seeds a day, or at least I do, or multiple races a day.
Now, oh
Yeah.
well, there's one more round left.
Yeah. Spaghetti says the lesson today is to follow logic. Yeah, following logic guarantees you better items.
See, that's what I thought I was doing by taking gravity and going to frigate crash site.
Yeah. Although
But-
going out of logic could pay off sometimes, but
Okay, so then yeah, thermal wasn't even necessary.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I came about like, granted you can't see my fingers, but I came about like this close to went to routing from late to early Fendrana by going through Quarantine Cave, but that would have required fighting Thardus without thermal or plasma beam.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
I gotta stop fighting Flogger because like 95% of the time it's got a missile.
Yeah, but there's always that 5% that
I
You
know,
know.
that's why I keep doing it.
yeah. That's why we all
You know
keep doing it.
Next seed, I'm gonna not do it and see what happens.
Hopefully it pays off.
Watch Phazon Suit be on Ghosts or something.
Exactly.
Ugh, again.
Yeah. Going out of logic can be nice, but you have to be mindful not in logic location. Open up. Very true, Spaghetti.
I don't think there's really anything that I got that was out of logic. Honestly. Oh, except
Frigate.
where was it? Except Frigate, which wasn't even necessary because
Yeah.
I could have done
You
other
did
things to
find,
get to mine.
a powerbomb expansion there, so in theory that could have helped, but
Yeah.
I think main PBs were. Where were they?
I never
Nice.
found them.
I know
Like,
Spaghetti.
They were under the statue.
Right.
Under
Oh.
the statue.
Elder Chamber.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So the thing is, the last seed I played, had Plasma Beam in MQA, right? Which is about the worst place it could possibly be.
Yeah.
And I searched literally everywhere else, and I found it there. So thinking of that, I guess might have been what made me go to mines, because I was like, oh no, what if it's like something really terrible again? But no, I peeked MQA, saw the purple glow of an energy tank, and I just turned around and noped right out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, I got nothing else. Just
Yeah.
practice.
Practice. Yeah, I think that's about it for me too.
Yeah, so be sure to follow our runners, Sal the Dragon, and SpaghettiToastBook.
Yeah.
And stay tuned for round 6 of the Swiss bracket. We don't have a schedule for that yet, but we're getting one soon, and hopefully we should see some more races within the next week or two. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks Spaghetti and Sal for racing. Thanks Season for co-commentating and co-tracking. Yeah, and we'll see you next mission. Take care.